The nature of reality implies that all its networks mirror one another at any given time. That very holographic property is thus observable within all scales comprised in the universe. Everywhere within each scale of creation, we find the golden ratio dictating those holographic proportions. And this means that what is observable within so smaller scales is replicated in larger ones. We also have known for quite a while, since Plato and Pythagoras more precisely, that vibration creates physical reality. We live in a universe of motion, as described by Walter Russell in his book The Secret of Light. Matter is basically light compressed at different levels, and here is why. Biophotons are weak emissions of light found in the cells of all living things. It is thus fair to say that the human body emits, communicates with, and is made from light. We need light within for cells to create chemical reactions. Biophotons can also be released through mental intention, and even may regulate essential processes such as intuition and learning, but also occurring between cells to cells, communication and DNA. What was just said is aimed to help you comprehend that there is so much more to know about the phenomenon called life. Light also organizes and comments the blocks of life, telling them as how to behave. Scientists have finally begun studying the healing properties of light, and which may lead to extraordinary medical breakthroughs. It is utterly important to interpret the consequences of our several ongoing world crises rightfully. The more we know, the more we discover how interdependent we are. These two trends grow exponentially according to the law of nature, meaning that we can no longer afford to ignore them. The upside of our precarious situation is driving us imperatively to also realign ourselves with the environment. All these aspects are shaping the arising collective consciousness. Today, almost anyone would acknowledge that our survival depends on the ability of science to embrace a post-materialistic mindset. That without rainforests, the lungs of the planet, bees to ensure the pollination of crops, and clean water, we cannot survive. Although able to assess a total and global failure of leadership, there is no time trying to patch our current model. Time has come for a system change and the implementation of a resource-based economy. As a matter of fact, our own history as a civilization demonstrates that we have steadily lost our interconnectedness with nature. With industrialization came the arrogance to handle environmental matters, as if nature was our main antagonist, by corrupting and endangering biodiversity ever further. This unprecedented crisis has hit every aspect of the human experience with increasing coercion, anxiety and insecurity, which also have spread loneliness and inequality. The crisis is emerging as the result of the collision course between the old paradigm fueling an individualistic way of life and the new one imposing new responsibilities based on empathy, compassion and voluntarism. The more we oppose this transition, the more disaster will unfold. This is how natural laws express the necessity towards a collective unconscious. For us to come together and end all competition, the competitive framework has led to nothing but worldwide oppression and destruction, We ought to listen to the voice within now and rebalance ourselves with nature, realize that we must leave behind this obsessive focus on our own individual survival, what has led us to this impasse, and that man can only attain happiness and freedom if he works towards the happiness and freedom of his other fellow humans evenly. The drive to attain such a higher purpose is also encrypted in our own DNA by light itself. That very realization is the collective unconscious.